What are the best games to play when bored? If you're asking this question, sit back for the top 10 games to play when bored on PC. This list includes something for everyone, from farming games to third-person shooters, fun party games, or driving titles. Let's begin. Number 10, VRChat. Designed mainly for VR gear, the great thing about VRChat is you don't actually need a VR headset to play it. This game is a social game with custom worlds and avatars, and it's super fun to mess around on. The full body avatars have lip syncing, eye tracking and blinking, and a full range of motion, with special hand gestures, emotes and emojis. There's community built maps and modes, which are capture the flag, bowling, and a lot of other ones. This is a Unity engine game, and it's really fun to meet new friends on. My personal favourite mode though on VRChat is the Among Us 3D mode, where you can basically play Among Us in 3D, or if you have a VR headset, use VR. Although recently, if you do have a VR headset, you can play the official Among Us VR game now, which they just recently released. Number 9, the Mean Green's Plastic Warfare. Remember the old school Army Men games? Or how about the toy soldiers off of Toy Story? Well, picture them brought to life in a video game and you basically get the Mean Greens. This game is a third-person shooter, putting you in the shoes of a soldier straight out of the toy box. Plastic Warfare is all about fast-paced, objective-based game modes, pitting tan versus green color soldiers in modes like Capture the Flag. With up to 10 players on 10 different modes and 10 maps, this 5v5 game is super fun and it has voice and text chat, party matchmaking on dedicated servers, full controller support, and 6 fun weapons which include flamethrowers, shotguns, rifles, snipers and bazookas. Number 8, Euro Truck Simulator 2. In Euro Truck, you travel as a truck driver across Europe to deliver cargo to different companies over long distance, letting you drive by and through different cities from point A to point B, from country to country through hundreds of different preset routes. You can explore cities in the UK to Germany, Italy, Austria, the Netherlands and Poland. You can run your own freight delivery business by building a fleet of trucks and hiring drivers to manage your company and grow profits, tuning and customizing your trucks with lights, horns, beacons, bars, exhausts and any other accessories, driving thousands of miles across real road networks, passing real life landmarks and structures, which is really immersive. This game was super satisfying for me to play during lockdown when I couldn't travel. It felt like I was still seeing some of my favourite places, and it's really cool driving a huge truck. This game has workshop support too. This lets you upgrade the maps in game and the cities and their looks, and improve the GPS displays and enhance the visuals through graphical mods. Not to mention that the developers themselves have also recently begun to remaster many of the older content in terms of the cities in game, such as all of the cities in Austria and also recently Hanover, making them more modern and accurate to how they actually physically look now. Number 7, Counter-Strike Source. This one is pretty old at this point, but I always boot it up when I'm bored. You're probably wondering why CSGO isn't on this list. It's more so because I grew up with this version of the game, and unpopular opinion here, but I think it's much better than CSGO. Counter-Strike Source is the sequel to CS 1.6 and it plays on the Source engine. The graphics are still satisfying to this day and the shooting system feels extremely nice. Counter-Strike is great because no matter what version you play, you'll still recognize the maps. It just looks visually different. I love joining bot matches on the office map on this game and just doing some shooting practice for fun without things being too difficult or requiring more brain power than needed. Number 6, Garry's Mod. There's a reason I have nearly 5,000 total hours in GMod, and it's not because I spent a pure year playing the game. I've actually played this game since I was 9 or 10 years old, so that's a lot of time. Back then there wasn't much on Steam, but it's an amazing sandbox game which is built on the Source engine architecture of Half-Life 2, basically using all of its assets. This physics sandbox game lets you do anything with its strange tools, letting you weld together objects to create contraptions and vehicles, pose ragdolls and change their face expressions, and fire off tons of different weapons. GMod is built entirely on custom content made by the community. On the Steam Workshop, you'll find thousands of maps to mess around on, countless player models to change your character's appearance, tons of weaponry from guns to melee weapons and bazookas, and crazy tools which bend reality. The different game modes are what make Garry's Mod multiplayer great. You can play Dark RP to play roleplay as a citizen in the city and play a job, which might appeal to people who like GTA 5's 5M roleplay. Play TTT for a mystery-based game to find who the traitor is who's planning to work against you, and many other amazing game modes you may have seen on YouTube, like Prop Hunt, where you can disguise as a prop in a map where people need to find you. Number 5, Plants vs Zombies. This is an old one, but a gold one. Plants vs Zombies is all about using different plants with completely different abilities to protect your house from the invading zombies. The game plays in 5 different ways, through adventure mode, minigames, puzzles, survival, and Zen garden mode. There's 50 different adventure levels playing through day and through night and in the fog, besides swimming pools or on the rooftops. Zombies come in 26 different types, with pole vaulters, snorkeler zombies, and zombie divers. You can use the shop to acquire new special plants and tools to fend off the oncoming zombie onslaught, which obviously gets harder level to level. This game still has an amazing nostalgic soundtrack which I still use in videos, and it's super addictive to play. Number 4, Among Us. Among Us is all about mystery. Everyone is a crewmate on a ship in outer space, and some of them are imposters hiding in plain sight with the objective to kill all other crewmates and sabotage the ship, whilst the crewmates attempt to work together to find who is the imposter from clues and by using teamwork. Crewmates win by completing tasks on the ship, whilst they try and vote off the right people in hopes that they're the imposters to eject them from the ship. Imposters can sabotage by closing doors to trap people inside, use the vents to hide and move around the map, and disable operations to delay the task completion by the crew. Admin maps and security cams can be used to try to see imposters making kills or moves for intel. Dead bodies found must be reported, and emergency meetings are called when suspicious behaviour is detected. You can customize the colour of your crewmate and pick different hats, trousers, skins, and have pets follow you around. And also on Among Us, there's a fair deal of maps to play too when things start to get old, all ones that have different tasks to do on, and they play very differently to one another. Number 3, Fall Guys. Fall Guys has risen back to popularity after moving to being free to play over on Epic. This free to play game is a large scale, massively multiplayer party game known as a party royale. This pits players head to head as contestants in a game show, forcing you to tackle obstacle courses in a competitive and cooperative fashion in free for all or on its co-op based challenges. You'll dodge footballs, spinning axes, attempt to find the right doors, and try to overcome many physical challenges to attempt to qualify onto the next round. You can customize your player with weird and wonderful colourful outfits and costumes, and explore the very vibrant levels in style in game. Number 2, Teardown. The best way for me to describe this game is Minecraft meets destruction. It's a physics-based destruction game where everything in the world is voxel-based and can be destroyed or torn down with different vehicles or weaponry and tools, letting you bend the environment to your advantage. The game has missions that require you to take on heists through solving creative problems with your toolset and weapons, letting you create shortcuts to sneak inside buildings and evade the security like cameras to steal or take items and make your way back to the getaway vehicle. The campaign will let you advance from mission to mission, with each getting harder and more different and offering you new unlocks and upgrades along the way. Along with the campaign mode, you can also play the sandbox mode just to mess around with any of the tools that you wish to and replay back those challenges. The game's physics are pretty realistic too, and there's fine details like debris, believable vehicle movement, fire and smoke particles, and object-based behaviour. There's nearly 20 different tools to use in the game: sledgehammers, blowtorches, guns, explosives, and fire extinguishers, just to name a couple. The campaign has 40 or more missions to tackle, which is really great, but what makes Teardown so amazing in my opinion though is its modability. This is because with the Steam Workshop support, this lets you download custom heist maps and a ton of really cool special new weapons which you can mess around with. One of my personal favourites being the Thor Hammer Mjolnir. Number 1, Stardew Valley. This game reminds me of many of the older farming sim games like Harvest Moon, and it's a really fun game which is super relaxing to play when you're bored, and it has some very tranquil music that's really nice to listen to. This is an open scale farming RPG that gives you a plot of farming land along with some coins and some tools to build out your life on the homestead and begin to live off of the land. You interact with different NPC characters and attempt to build out a thriving community where you can raise animals, grow plants and crops, start an orchard, and use useful machinery pieces to expand your farm space. As you advance, you'll improve skills of mining, farming, fishing, combat, and foraging. There's 30 different characters which live across Stardew Valley, each with a unique schedule, different birthdays, small cutscenes, and useful special unique interactions and secrets which they hold. Underground, there's monsters, new weapons to find, gemstones and ores, and raw materials in the environments. You can marry a partner from 12 different people in the game, living on the farm with you to help you out. To relax in game, you can also visit the various fishing spots around where you can use bait and bobbers to make a catch. Any artifacts and minerals which you seek out can be donated straight to the museum. The game has cooking too. It has around 100 or more different cooking and crafting options, which lets you create a wide variety of dishes and items which actually help you in some way. You can then flesh out your house and mold it into the home of your dreams and customize your character's appearance. Now, the main thing I love about Stardew Valley is the fact that you can play multiplayer online with friends, which of course makes the game far more entertaining to play. And that concludes the top 10 games to play when bored on PC. Be sure to leave a comment down below which of your favorite games was featured in this video and why you like it so much, and also tell me down below any great games which I didn't mention that you love to play when you're bored. If you find a game you liked, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more like this one. Thanks for watching.